Good morning, or good afternoon, or good evening, whichever that may be. My name is Jess, and today we are going to do just a pretty makeup for a cosplay thing that I'm doing. I am starting this cosplay thing based off of a series of books that I love, and I kind of talk about it a little in the last video that I made. The book series is called A Court of Thorns and Roses, ACOTAR for short. I did the base of my face already, so I laid down, I did skincare, and I usually don't put primer down if I do that, but I used a little of this guy today. This is the Baby Skin Instant Pore Eraser, whatever. And then on top of that, I used the E.L.F. Halo Glow Liquid Filter Glow Booster for Radiant Skin in the shade Light Medium. That's this bad boy. And then I just used a concealer on top, and this is the E.L.F. Hydrating Camo Concealer Satin Finish in the shade Light Peach. And then I finished it off with the Maybelline NY Fit Me Matte and Poreless Buff Beige Powder. And I'm actually going to be using the Maybelline NY City Bronzer. I think it's the shade 200. I don't think, yeah, it doesn't really have a name, I don't think. But, oh, that's what we're doing right this second. I hope everybody had a nice holiday. Today is the 5th of July. I didn't do anything. I needed a few days break because it has been a stressful week for me, y'all. I got some news that I wasn't too happy about, which I will go over a little bit with you guys, just for the sake of transparency. I talk about it a little bit on here, on this channel, not a ton, but I was diagnosed last year with moderate to severe Crohn's disease. For those of you who don't know what that is, it is an inflammatory bowel condition. It's not fun. It is actually an autoimmune disease, if you didn't know. So anyway, yeah, I've been suffering with that for a very long time, but we just didn't know what it was until last year. So I finally got myself a diagnosis, so I finally could start treatment. And that treatment it's nice, but it's not doing, well, I don't want to say it's not doing its job. It is. It's definitely helping some, but I was still in a lot of pain and having certain symptoms like nausea. That pain is terrible. That's like the worst part of it. So my GI doctor advised me to go see a colorectal surgeon, which I did, to see if I needed to have surgery. And it turns out that that is the case. I had this like special MRI done, and it showed that I have scar tissue, and that's why I had to have surgery. If it was like just something simple, like, you know, just like a flare-up, active inflammation and all that jazz, that would be one thing, but no, it's scar tissue. So that's where we're at right now. Sometimes, like, I'm afraid that the makeup is gonna take off my foundation. Well, technically I'm not wearing foundation today, but I'm afraid it's gonna take off like what I have over top, or not over top, on the bottom, my base, you know. Look pretty. So back to what I was saying. I have scar tissue and it needs to come out. I'm not gonna get into detail because it's kind of gross, but it is a major surgery. It is essentially a bowel resection, and I will probably be out of commission for a couple weeks, but hopefully it helps my pain. The actual name of the procedure is called a laparoscopic ileocecectomy. Well, we're hoping it's going to be laparoscopic. There is a chance that he might have to open up, but we're going to cross that bridge when we get to it. We're staying positive over here because That's what we do. All right, I'm gonna show you guys the highlight that I'm using. It's really pretty because it's just like really subtle. And it's got like a little bit of a pink vibe to it, which personally I love. I love like the pink toned highlighters. It is from Catrice. It is called More Than Glow Highlighter, and this is in the shade Supreme Rose Beam. Like, yeah, pretty, so pretty. I'm definitely going to do a little bit on the Cupid's bow because this is for a fairy cosplay, and fairies are supposed to be, well, not supposed to be. Fairies, for the most part, certain types of fairies, I should say, can be very ethereal creatures. So they're going to be a little glowy. Ooh, I apologize at how horrible my lips look right now. When I'm like stressed out, the number one thing I do is chew my lips. I rip them apart. All right, I'm gonna do my eyebrows now. Now that the base is down, I like to spoolie them out so that, you know, they're easier to work with. And then you just fill them in. I am using this little E.L.F eyebrow pencil type thing. I will also tell you what this one's called here shortly. It is the E.L.F Instant Lift Brow Pencil. It is in the shade, does it say? It's like a medium brown, maybe. I couldn't remember the exact shade name, and I don't see it on the pen itself. So the fairy that I'm doing, the cosplay that I'm doing today, I should say, is a character in the book, and she's more on the subtle side. So like, I know she likes to be a little more on the natural side, and she's not very like, she's definitely kind of more of a tomboy. Not very girly girl, although she definitely cleans up well. I kind of don't want to like say her name because she doesn't start out as a fairy. So I don't want to give any spoilers, but she is like an awesome character. So cool. All right, so pretty good. My eyebrows, man, I need to stop plucking them as much as I do. So I'm really excited because I'm dog sitting this weekend. And I haven't like been around dogs in a long time, and I love them. Love dogs, but I just, you know, I have a cat. I don't have any pups. It's time for eyeshadow. I'm gonna do simple because this fairy girl, she's a simple kind of gal. This is the Bare Necessities palette by Colourpop. I was just using a Colourpop eyebrow pen, by the way. So I'm gonna do just a neutral kind of, this is like my go-to shade, like, or my go-to like eye look when I just wanna do something neutral and light. Not too intense, because it's just a really pretty, I just like throw some, like a pretty neutral, like taupe brown kind of shade in the crease like that. When I went to the surgeon on Monday, I was like, obviously I was upset after, so I was like, I need a treat. So my mom was with me, and we went to Dunkin' Donuts. And it was a Dunkin' Donuts that did not have a drive-through, so I ended up going inside. My mom was sitting in the car. She went to open her door for some reason while I was waiting for our coffees. And my car does this thing sometimes where it will just start blasting the alarm if you open the door. After it's like already shut off, I guess. If you open it from the inside, it starts like going off. And I look out and my mom panic. Everything was fine, but it was just really funny. I was like, oops. And I'm just gonna put like a neutral. Ooh, it's a shimmer. I didn't realize that, but actually I'm not too upset. A neutral kind of tan shade on the lid. It does have a little shimmer to it. That's okay though. A little sparkle is expected. Anyway, and then I'm just going to throw a brow bone highlight on there. That's one of my favorite parts of makeup, because I just think it's so pretty. It's so pretty and cute. I'm actually gonna take that shade that I used and just do a little more blending after I put that stuff on my lid. I want the crease to be fairly glitter-free. Know what I mean, Burn? You know what that's from? You're one of my people. All right, nice. All right, I think now I'm gonna do mascara. I have to put my lashes on. I'm not sure if I wanna do eyeliner. I might. Try not to stab yourself in the eye like I do every single time. I like to throw a little on the bottom lashes too, just because I think it looks pretty. I might throw a little white in the waterline. Ooh, I'm gonna have to get on my hands and knees and find something because my little pen just kind of broke off and flew away. Ooh, just a little. Gets a little messy sometimes, but you can fix it pretty easily. I really can't forget that that's on the floor over there, because I will forget, and then by accident I'll step on it and like that'll smash it in. These are a little bit on the subtle side, but that's kind of what I want, because this character, she's not real flashy. So the mascara that I use is a L'Oreal Paris Voluminous Original. The lashes are Kiss brand. They're so wispy, so wispy. They look like that. And the glue, ooh, the glue is Duo Lash Glue. It's the green one, brush on adhesive. You don't want to stick it on too soon after you put the glue on, because then it'll do that. Patience is a virtue, friends. It's okay. Yep, fixed it. No worry. It takes a while to get used to falsies and sticking them on and getting them right. So I started off using like giant ones because I just felt that they were easier for me to get on there and stay, and they were easier for me to handle. This was before I even started using tweezers to help me put them on. I was just using my fingers, and the big ones obviously are gonna be easier to grasp. Ooh, don't fall. So I was using like these bad boys like every single time when I was just starting out. That's what the glue looks like on there. You're gonna wait till it gets a little bit more blue looking. Otherwise, it won't stick as well. All right, I'm gonna try to do it up here. Nope. Did the same exact thing that the last one did. That's okay. Sometimes it takes a few tries. I need to figure out a setup where I don't have to hold my mirror, and it'll be like right up under my setup. We'll figure that out eventually. So while I wait for those to dry a little, I'm gonna apply more mascara afterwards. While I wait for those to dry a little, I'm gonna do my lips. Yeah, I'm gonna do this one. We're just gonna hope my lips don't start bleeding. We good. Okay. First to the eye that's been dry the longest. And I like to just do it underneath, so that way it kind of blends the natural lash in with the falsie. Sometimes I like to squeeze the two lashes together, and that puts them back together a little better. What do you think? Regal, no? I'm a fan. I have to like play around with looks, especially for this project that I'm doing, because there are so many different makeup things you can do that would be awesome for fairy related things. But so far I just like this soft, pretty, demure look. So yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. Thanks for hanging out. Leave me comments if you have questions on products. Please like, comment, share, subscribe, please. But yeah, I hope everybody has a wonderful day and a wonderful rest of the weekend. And I will see you guys soon. All right, bye.